I don't know if distinguish is the word.
Distinguishes the way. They have that like hair dye that's like a touch of gray.
Well, no, and then here's the thing. Every girl I've talked to is like, no, you need to keep the gray. Women love a gray fox. And I was like, but I'm young looking. Like I look like I'm 10. So
They're
it's
like a
gonna
young
be,
gray fox.
you don't know what it'll be is they'll see life and death at like the same time. They'll get freaked out and they won't talk to me ever
They'll see
again.
life and death. Their whole
They'll
life
be like,
will, your whole life will flash before their eyes.
yeah, they're like, can't tell if he's 50 or 15.
Some
Are you
people get
live
that.
yet?
You'd be like that Steve Martin who would be like full gray at like 25 years old or 30 years old.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So we're live. We sound good. I'm
Oh,
just
do we?
saying. Yes.
Do we?
Yeah. Are you filming?
That's for me to know and for you to never find out.
I watch every video we post on YouTube. So I will find out pretty soon.
It's been. I need to catch up
Video
on
we post
those.
on YouTube. So I will. But I am feeling one. I love Halloween. I'm wearing Stranger Things.
Are you doing the intro? Oh yeah, I just watched the season finale of the first season with Hannah
Super good.
yesterday.
Super good.
Very good, very good. I'm very excited.
Uh,
The new one comes out tomorrow, right?
oh, I hope it's not tomorrow. Well,
Season
Necro's
two
come.
is tomorrow
Well, Necro's coming in on Friday. So we'll watch season 2
on
quite a
Friday.
bit.
What do you mean?
Me and Necro watch TV together. That's
Oh,
I don't watch very much TV, and if I watch something without him, he gets pissed.
okay.
And he knows. Like if I'll watch like we watch Supernatural a lot, and I'll
Mm.
watch an episode and say something to him like, so you're watching it without me? Will be like will be the text I get. And I'll be like, no, you don't understand.
You don't
You
understand.
don't understand. But
All
no,
right. Should we do the intro?
you do the intro. I'm bad at
All right.
intros.
Hey guys, this is what the hell episode is this? Is this 5?
Already lost
6?
track.
I don't know. Well, forget the numbers now. We're past numbering already. This is as high as we can count is on one hand. If it goes beyond that, it's out of our control. But yeah, hey guys, this is our first annual Halloween podcast of the Quest Cast. I'm Krackakhan. Over there is Bull Moose. And we're going to be talking about Halloween memories and scary movies and random stuff that we want to talk about.
This might be a longer cast because this is one of the first
Whoa.
ones where we don't have like a list. It's like a
Yeah.
legit free roaming around talking about stuff. And everybody knows I love to talk. So
Too much.
too much.
I'm just
Very
kidding.
true.
That's enough out of you. No, I'm just kidding.
That's,
Uh,
that's the cast.
um, so yeah, this should be fun. Where do you want to? Should we just go through our Halloween memory type stuff and then just gravitate into movies, or just see how it goes?
We'll just see how it goes. Let's just wing it. Let's
All
just
right.
do it live.
How do you think
Uh,
Halloween has been going in general? Do you think that the kids are carrying it on, or has it been going down? I feel like it's been going downhill after our age of
well, and
Halloween trick or treating.
I'll say this. When I was a kid, with my mother especially, we were super dedicated to Halloween. Like Christmas was like the third holiday. It was Halloween and Easter for us. Like those were the two big ones.
That's interesting.
Uh, so for Halloween for us, like Halloween started on September 1st. Like we went and did everything for like at least 2 months before Halloween came out, and uh, even to the point where like when I was a teenager and we would go like TPing and stuff like that, like if my mom found out, she would be proud. She'd be like, "Good, like she like following traditions, like good for
Good.
you, son." Like, funny story about us TPing though. But to me, it's still a big deal. I love horror movies. I love haunted houses. I love like adult Halloween parties where everybody just dresses up in a costume and gets drunk. That's like their excuse to do it. But I love it. I love every aspect of it. But I do see more in kids where they're like they don't care about it, which
Mhm.
is bothersome to me because it's such an awesome holiday. Like you
Yeah,
just get free
definitely.
candy.
The comical
Comical, what's going on here?
gamer. Hey, we're talking about Halloween.
But yeah, it's like, and I know that when I was in elementary school, you dressed up in your costume on Halloween or the day before Halloween or whatever day that like is the closest to Halloween that you would be in school.
Yeah,
And now they don't allow you to do that,
yeah.
which kind of kills it because when I was a kid, man, I was like, all right, man, I got to get a good costume. I got to show off to the girls. I got to let
Yeah.
them know that I'm about
Gotta be a
Halloween.
spooky ghost.
Yeah, well, I was always a ninja. For
A
most of
ninja?
my ninja, or I was a knight a couple years. One year I
That's
was
pretty
Dr.
cool.
Jekyll. That was when League of the Extraordinary Gentlemen came out.
Oh, I love that movie.
I was really into that movie.
My
I,
sister
I
says it's
actually,
stupid. I love that movie so much.
well, I have actually a picture of me and Necker. I'll post it on the Twitter sometime when I
Mm.
find it. But it's like he is Skinner, so like he looks like Ethan from Ethan. He has like white face on like all over his face, and he was Skinner, the Invisible Man, and I was Dr. Jekyll. But with me, like we really couldn't find it. So what my mom did is we just had like a torn up shirt.
Mm.
And then I had like she wanted me to do the whiskers. We met in the middle. She drew whiskers like this, like the little twisty mustache, and then I had like a 5 o'clock shadow. We looked pretty good, but we did have to explain to people what we were. But and then I think one year I was a boxer.
Mm.
Like I don't know, I wasn't very original until I got older with my Halloween costumes. Then it became like I gotta plan it in August, like do it in September, and then by the end of October I'll be wearing it.
Mm.
What about you?
Yeah.
Like what?
Some top ones that I liked. I had a lot of them I just bought, but I had like a Scream costume, but it had like this like heart thing, and it pumped blood up through the mask. That one was sick. Did you have that too?
Yes, I had that
I
one.
love that one. Just blood just flows down the mask when you squeeze it. That one was legit.
Yeah, I like that one too.
I had this like alien one that had a voice changer in it, so it had like a bunch of different modes, and it'd be like, tree, blah, 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 blah. So that was pretty cool. And I mentioned it last week, but my sister did a lot of makeup on me for like the zombie costume that I did, and it had like, I don't know, she got a bunch of like fake blood and like gross scar stuff and color, so I was like all zombie colored and like green and stuff, and had like a big like bite mark out of my neck and like scab stuff and blood. That one was really cool. And I think we just,
every kid had the blood mask.
the blood mask is the best. You see the blood mask and you're just like, parents, please get me the blood mask.
Yeah,
I need this.
I remember I hated Scream. Like I didn't even like the movies, and I was like,
Yes, but the mask is awesome.
I was like, I have to be this guy. Well, and then my mother, like, God love her, she always wanted to do cute, like, she's the Cat in the Hat. Me and my brother are thing one and thing two. We never did that.
No.
Never. She always had to be a ninja or a knight. I think one year we were knights and my mom was a princess. Like, that's like the only time we ever did anything that would like benefit her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Like if my mom watches these, I'm pretty sure. I'm sorry, Mom. Like we never did one that you wanted to do.
Do it this year. That's your gift.
Bronichiwa, I'm thinking about getting Destiny 2 for PC. I have a lot of friends who have it.
You'd buy it again?
I
A
would.
Darth Maul mask? That's badass.
It doesn't take much investment to get to level 20 and get geared and stuff. Once you know what you're doing, it doesn't take that much time. It takes a little bit of time, but not too much. And if I have no friends on Xbox, man, nobody plays with me.
I would play with you, but you hate me.
I don't hate you.
Here's where I'd put my friends on Xbox, if I had any.
Yeah, I do
you just
not.
Dinkelberg it or whatever. What's his dad's name? Mr. Turner. Does he have a first name?
No, and then mom or dad. They just call him Dad.
They just call him Dad?
Yeah, his name's Dad.
Dinkelberg.
I already have a level 20 that's ready to raid. Yeah, you really don't have to watch too much of the lore on Destiny 2 to catch up.
Destiny 1 had no lore. Don't even worry about it.
It was
Destiny
like,
was like, Earth is destroyed. There's a big ball in the sky, and we're gonna kill some aliens from America. And that was like the story.
Well, and I'll say this,
like no
comical. I loved Star Wars, but I didn't just play Star Wars. I was Star Wars. Me and the neighborhood kids would like go around on our bikes with lightsabers, and like we'd be like we'd pull them out and be like, "We gonna do this? We gonna fight?
We're gonna make this happen."
Yeah, like we had a Jedi Order and everything.
Wow, you had like the fake lightsaber things.
Yeah, dude, we hung. Cool. We also always wore hoodies because that was like our.
Wow.
That was like our. We'd be like,
Me and my
About the
friends just
lightsabers?
hit each other with sticks. We just had swords fight with sticks like they were lightsabers. And I have a
Uh,
scar on my thumb because I got hit by one of the things and like cut my thumb.
yeah,
Battle
had
scarred.
we had lightsabers. I had a green one. Necro had a red one because Necro's the emo prince. Like he wanted to be like the half evil one that you had to watch out for. Like we all had a role in that group. But I was Star Wars. And
Yeah,
then
that's your quote for this episode. Is
yeah,
I
I
was
was
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars.
There's like a quote of yours from each episode.
They used to have a
Last
Facebook
week
page.
was yeah, we have a Facebook page. Use it for like we'll have a video that like collects your top quotes or something. But
Yeah, well, then I was like, screw being a Jedi. Jedi suck. When I started like branching out in the universe and getting on Wikipedia on Friday nights instead of hanging out with people, I read about Boba Fett and was like, I'm a bounty hunter. Time to get them bounties.
Hannah knows the quote.
God did this to me.
Yeah, there's a clip if you guys want to check it out on the Twitch channel. That's pretty funny. But let's see. One of the costumes I did that was kind of weird that I don't know, I didn't like prepare at all for Halloween. I was like, what can I put together last second, like day of Halloween? So I made a sexy grandpa costume. I had like an old beard and I put on a robe and I didn't have a shirt under it and I was sexy grandpa.
So you were just a flasher
I was
essentially
kind
with
of
a mask.
A little bit, not even a mask, just a beard.
Just the beard.
I just
You're
had like a beard, like
Yeah.
a Santa beard. I mean, I wasn't naked, but yeah, that's kind of what it came as. It's just sexy grandpa. And I had to explain that. People are like, "What are you?" I'm just like, "I'm sexy grandpa."
Well, I went as Bobby Light to work. And if you guys don't know who Bobby Light is a Rob Dyrdek persona that wears an all-white suit. And he has like a blonde wig. I think I might still have the wig.
What's that guy's name?
For Herbert the Pervert.
Herbert, yeah.
Yeah,
You said that earlier.
Yeah, I was like, I'm Herbert the Pervert. Call me.
Call me.
But no, everybody. I got called so many derogative names for having that on.
For having what on? Sorry, I got distracted.
The white
yeah.
suit with the blonde wig. Dude, I got called so many nasty names by customers at my job. It was ridiculous.
Why?
Only one guy knew who I was. He was older than dirt, but it made my day because he was half drunk and he was like, "Are you Bobby Light?" And I was like, "Yes!" Like jumped over the counter, like high-fived him. I was like, "Yes! Someone finally got it." Everybody thought I was Elton John.
Who even is Bobby Light? I don't even know.
You don't know who Bobby Light is?
Bobby Light, Dirty Girl, featuring the Chunky Boys.
Yeah, that's it. That's the music video. I even have the flashlight. Like,
what is that?
dude, link it in the description.
Why?
Because everybody needs to know who Bobby Light is.
All
It
right.
was terrific.
In the description. You mean this?
Video. Yeah, put it in the
Right.
Because I was Bobby Light, dude. I was like
gonna
I
watch
was like
this without
putting the
saying
flashlight on people and like doing the moonwalk through the aisles. Like I was in the
This
I
is the
was.
most like obscure thing to be.
I just decided to be, and like I said, it was not received well. People were not happy with who I was.
I don't know who you are, but I don't like it. Is what people were saying.
Like it was older people, so I think they thought I was like Elton John. I got a lot of Elton John.
Why would people angry about being Elton John?
I don't know. I love Elton John. Like, I don't know. People were just upset at me. I think it's because they were at Lowe's on a Halloween night. Like, it was...
Yeah, what are you
probably
doing with
was-
your life if you're at Lowe's on Halloween night?
Yeah, I mean, I worked there. At least I was getting paid. A Flint Flossie and turquoise Jeep, yes. Bronichiwa gets it. Bronichiwa gets it. But, yeah, and then, see, I've always been like, okay, well, we got to do this. In my teenage years, I went as a mummy, but it was the dumbest thing I've ever done, and thank God I didn't get caught, because we went TPing and egging, like, that night. And I'm not going to say if we TP'd or egged any houses or anything like that. But I didn't have a costume, and everybody else did, so I just wrapped myself up in toilet paper. Genius.
You were
Genius,
a mummy?
right? Yeah, catch me red-handed if I did anything that night.
That is smart. I didn't put it together. Yeah, that's good. This is just spare costume material in case it falls off.
And I was like, I walked around like a mummy, but
And the eggs are because I'm making omelets later.
yeah, it's like I was
Omelet
such
mummy.
a dumb youth. Like so silly. I hope my kids are nothing like me. I was just so dumb. But honestly, though, my love for costumes and dressing up has actually like turned into a love for like cosplaying. I haven't cosplayed yet, but I think I'm gonna start cosplaying, like, because there's events to the north of me in Chicago. There's huge ones. Then there's like Louisville Comic Con, Cincinnati There's a ton of Comic Cons not very far away from me.
Mm-hmm. For some reason, while you were talking, I was just thinking that you were gonna say it's led to my new passion of dressing up in drag.
I'm pretty sure people thought I was dressed up in drag at work. I really do. I don't think it got anyone. I don't think anyone knew it was Bobby Light. But no, I think I'm gonna go as Ash from Ash vs. the Evil Dead. It's my favorite movie series of all time, guys. It is the best. Like,
that chainsaw
love it.
arm.
Can't get enough of it. Yeah, and I've even looked up how to do the chainsaw. The hardest part is gonna be getting a cheap fake shotgun holster. That's like gonna be the hardest part, because they're all like $70. I don't want to spend that much. Yeah. I can get all the clothes at Walmart, and I even have the boots too. So I'm not too worried about that. But that's gonna be the big cosplay thing that I do. And also, I think I have to shave my beard off if I do that.
You just be bearded.
No,
bearded.
You can't be a bearded
Ash.
Beard.
Just say that. Just say I'm bearded Ash.
No,
I'm him if he was slightly more lumberjack.
I'm Ash if he decided to grow out a beard, if he was a lumbersexual.
Yeah, a lumbersexual. If he decided to start using that chainsaw for lumberjacking, this is what he would be. He's ready. See?
But I don't know. I think cosplaying would be super fun. All my friends who do cosplaying love it, really do enjoy it. But yeah, that's really it for me in costumes. I was an ostrich rider one time. That got some love.
Did you have like a fake ostrich?
I just bought it at Target.
Oh.
It's like one of those ones with the blow up thing. Like you just blow it up and you ride it. Yeah, I was that once. It was pretty cool. That was like my most loved. Everybody got a kick out of it. But that's about it for me.
Yeah.
Memorable ones. I usually just dressed up as like a ninja though. So I really, really wanted to be a ninja as a kid. I thought a ninja or a knight. I've said it in a stream before. Those were the two job choices I wanted.
I was like a pirate one time. I think I was a Mighty Morphin Red Power Ranger one time.
My mom wanted us to go when my brother was too old to trick or treat. My mom wanted to go as Wendy and Peter Pan, and I said absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not.
That would be awful.
I was like, you're gonna take pictures. People are gonna see them. They're gonna get on the internet. We had internet at the time. I was like, people are gonna see it. I'm gonna get made fun of the rest of my life. No, can't do it. But like I said, that's about it for me. My mom watched this. Once again, sorry, Mom. I should have. You gave birth to me. I should have just done 1 year Apollo for you. Like, but I don't know. Like I said, I've always had a super love for Halloween. I love scary movies. I know you do too. You really enjoy them. That's a big reason why we wanted to have like Halloween themed quest cast.
Did you have, before we get into that, did you have any like Halloween traditions? Like I know for some reason we would always make kielbasa and sauerkraut to eat. I don't know why that's Halloweeny, but we would always do that. And we'd always like, after carving like the pumpkins, we'd like bake the pumpkin seeds and like salt them. And that's super good.
We tried to make the pumpkin seeds, ate them, tasted like shit.
Did you salt them? They need
too much.
Oh, too much. Okay.
And it was like that made you get sick. Let's go with Sarah Connor and I would do that actually. That would be a super cool one to go as.
Yeah.
But no, I would we would go to my grandparents' house, which my grandparents like never dressed up, and my grandma would like have this huge bag of candy for both me and my brother. My sister wasn't around at the time. We're 10 years older than her. Mm-hmm. But they would bring us like these huge bags of candy that were like, you really didn't even need to go trick-or-treating. They just would give us them. We'd be like, great head start. Like we're going to be eating this till Christmas. And that was probably the only, and she'd make us like gigantic popcorn balls too. That's nice. The only traditions we really had. And also, much like a lot of kids from lower income areas, my mother would drive us 30 minutes to this really, really nice gated community where she would get us in and we would go trick-or-treating there because some of the ladies would give you regular sized candy bars and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, we were intelligent with our trick or treating.
Yeah, I didn't have that. I was just walking.
Imagine giving kids kielbasa and sauerkraut for their treats.
A
Just scoop it, like don't even
kielbasa
give
for
them like a
you,
plate.
a
Just
nice
like scoop
sausage
it,
for you. Yeah, you just that's good.
just throw it right in their,
Yeah,
right
on
in their.
top of it.
Well, oh, I
That'd be
actually have a
awesome.
great story about this, right? And Necro will never let me forget it. It is the first time the Bull Moose has ever said douchebag in his life, and I remember it like it was yesterday. Uh, okay, so we're in the rich area, like we're right across from a golf course, and we are like walking up there, and Necro is like brutally honest sometimes. And we go to this lady's house, and this lady like she tells us how much she loves Smarties. She's like, I love Smarties, and like gives us like me and Necro both a handful. She asked me if I like Smarties. I said, yeah, I like them. Turned and walked away. She asked Necro if he liked them, and he was like, they taste like chalk. And like she gets so upset that she like didn't give my sister. He's like, she turns around and like closes her door in my sister's face, and like I remember I was like, Necro, knock on the door. And he knocks on the door, and like the lady looks out, and I give her the middle finger, and I was like, you're a douchebag. And we run off with my little sister. And my mom was like sitting in the van like my mom didn't apologize or anything though.
Oh, good.
That lady deserved to get called a douchebag. She did
Yeah.
not get like how old? My sister was like 3. I would think I carried her off. Like
Wow.
yeah, that lady
How
was
can you be so mean?
yeah, like terrible. Just because the kid said they didn't like Smarties. But yeah, it's the first time I've ever said douchebag.
Who's that passionate about Smarties?
I think she was dressed up as one. Like I think
Oh.
she was obsessed.
So yeah, that was like her whole life.
Yeah, I just yeah, I really do think that my mom was proud, but I do remember running into the van with my little sister, and my mom's eyes were like super big, and she's like, "You do not call people that." And I was like, my uncle, like I learned it from my uncle. My uncle called somebody in a car, so she just kielbasa and sauerkraut. We're starting that tradition.
So much,
There's a
yeah.
lot of German people where I
Just-
live, and I guarantee you that like
Who
we could
wouldn't want
find
that? I mean,
Like,
not
guarantee
straight
we-
into the bag. I don't know. You can't trust it though. It's
No, have it
everyone's
like
so
wrapped
fearful.
up in like a little baggie. Like,
Yeah,
just drop it.
that's even sketchier. You can't like have a Ziploc bag
You
of
would
one
think it's
kielbasa. I mean, if you could trust the source of that sausage, that's a weird phrase. If you could trust the source
Trust
of the
source of
sausage, then that would be good. Who wouldn't want that? They're delicious. But I mean, like you wouldn't just go up to some random person's house and take sausage.
Yeah, the first there goes my headphone. The first 2 shirts that we will ever have made is trust this sausage, and then it's going to have hands like going back and forth, and it's going to say the gods did this to me.
Yeah.
First 2 shirts calling it.
Okay.
But
yeah, let's do that. Wait,
yeah,
what
we're
was the
make
other
sure-
shirt? I was distracted by the chat.
Well, I think it's trust this sausage.
Oh, what was it? The source of the sausage?
Source of the sausage, yeah, source of the sausage. And then dude,
All right, that's our first merch. If we make merch,
yeah, if we ever make merch, dude, I think it's going to be like an H3 level shirt though, because like either people are gonna think like, wow, these people are challenged, or they're gonna think, wow, this person's a jerk, because it's gonna say like trust or what's the sausage thing? I keep forgetting it.
trust the source of the sausage.
Trust the source of the sausage, and they're gonna be like, that's a weird innuendo, which it kind of is, but
Yeah,
just
it sounds
dude,
so
I would
weird.
wear a shirt if it just had sausage and sauerkraut on it. That's
Yeah,
one of my
if it
favorite
just had
meals.
sausage and sauerkraut and said "trust the source of the sausage," that kind of like flows off the tongue. It's like a sentence
does.
enhancer. My lips are tingling from the spiciness of this conversation.
Yeah, and actually, I'm really hungry, and you're making me want that. I'm gonna try
Yeah.
to cook some tomorrow. Actually, it is October, and October is the official month of Germany. So, but yeah, I that stands out to me. That's a memory I will never forget because, like I said, I was in the 6th grade, so she was younger than she was 2. She was not. She was very little. Trust the source of the sausage. Halloween 2K17. But yeah, I don't know. I have a love for Halloween. Like me talking about this is just like bringing out my love for Halloween more. It really is. I don't. Yeah, but like you said, the kids have lost the spirit of it a little bit.
Like no one does it anymore. Like I moved to where I am right now, and like I was excited. I'm like, I'm on my own. I'm gonna start out going strong. I'm gonna do Halloween right. I had my jack-o'-lantern. I set it out there. I had bought candy specially for this. I was like, where I am, there has to be. Like, there's so many people close together. There has to be people coming by. And then I was just like sitting out there, and like no one came all night, and I was so depressed. And then I just sadly ate all my own candy.
Well,
like no one can, not even like one person was trick or treating. It was so disappointing.
Ours is always outsourced.
You outsource
ours is always like
India?
No kids go to our neighborhood and do it. They disperse to like the better areas of town and do it. Oh my God, that'd be awesome, Bernicio. See,
That's cool.
Here's my thing about haunted houses, right? I am I get scared easily with video games, but in life, nothing scares me. Like, it's very hard to scare me with something. Well, there's about 1 million haunted corn mazes. I live in the Midwest. Like, there's 1 million of them. And there was one that was like $90, but like if you can make it all the way through, you get your money back. And I was like, if I'm paying $90, you better kill me. Like, I better die. Like, I'm not paying $90 to walk through a corn.
You're paying $90 for someone to murder you?
No, I bet it better be the real thing. That's a lot of money to invest in. And I went to one.
Yeah, that's expensive.
I drove an hour out of my way to one that they said was terrifying. People were like, oh my God, I about whizzed myself. It was terrifying. I walked through it and laughed at every single thing, paid $35 for it, and felt cheated.
Yeah.
It was not good. And I went with a girl, and like literally the only thing I did was make sure that she didn't die, like have a heart attack. Yeah, that's what I mean, Bernicio. It's like
90 is crazy.
It's so expensive. In Canada's most wonderland, they turned the entire theme park into a zombie survival. See, I would do
That's
something.
That's
cool.
I would do that.
I would pay good money for something like that. But this like corn maze, they had like a guy that could run on all fours, and he would look like the Wolf Man.
What?
Yeah, and that was like their big attraction. Like, the Wolf Man will get you, and it's like he wasn't even scary. He's hyperventilating the whole time. Like, it's hard for a human being to run on all fours. Like, and he wasn't very fast.
Oh no.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it, but like, there are some that they say would just.
There are some that are like intense.
Bernicio,
that's the most expensive. You take a $90 shit.
Yeah, well, I mean,
right. Some are intense. Some like I've seen videos of like those really expensive, like legit scary ones, and those are weird. They're just like chasing you down, like holding you down, and I don't know. Putting raw eggs in your mouth and crap.
Yeah, well, here's the thing.
I don't know why they let you do that.
If they can touch me, then
that's their one rule is like you can't hit the people that are torturing you.
Well, that's what I don't understand.
Like, no,
I can fight back.
Me? No,
I'm not letting this dude like stick his finger in my mouth and stuff.
Yeah,
just get away with it. Like,
I know. Yeah, no. Like you're not doing that.
No,
like if you jump out and scare me, but you're not touching me. Then
yeah, that's what I mean. You jump out and scare me. If you're allowed to touch me and try to get like rush me into these rooms and stuff like that, I played fullback in football. Good luck. I'm about as tall as most people's knee. So like, you're not gonna pick me up. I'm built like a boulder. I'm the worst person you would try to like push and shove into somewhere. Yeah, they have a couple of them here where they get to push and shove you, and like a friend of mine went to one. He said like they actually tied him up to a chair, which I'd have broke the chair because I don't like being like constrained. I'd be like,
I know, yeah, I wouldn't take that. No,
I'd have probably freaked out. Like I probably would have broke something. Because then I would get like like I said, I watch a ton of scary movies, and I'd be like, there's a scary movie where they portray it to be a haunted house, but it's not. They kill people, and I'd start freaking. I would lose it. Exactly. They would catch these hands.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
But yeah, like the ones that are like go all out, like I don't know, they stop being scary and they just start like just kidnapping you and just tying you down. It's like that's not a haunted house anymore. That's just like simulating getting kidnapped and tortured.
Metallic Lace, welcome to the stream, man. Thank you for
Hey.
hanging out with us, dude. Yeah, I'm very super, like, I think the worst because I'm always assuming that these scary movies are going to happen to me.
Yeah, it becomes Fear Factor, right? They're just like, let's just put rotten eggs in his mouth and see what he does. It's scary.
Yeah, it's just a prank. It's just a prank. Yeah. Dude, I loved when Joe Rogan was the host of Fear Factor. That was a good show. Like, the Dave Chappelle skit of it, man. Like, if you watch that,
I don't remember that one.
it's amazing.
Are
Joe
they just
Rogan,
eating bull balls? I feel like that's all they did on that show. Was like
no,
roaches and bull balls.
Dude, they did some, like, okay, laying with snakes.
Yeah, that's
I'm
a classic
cool with
one.
That doesn't bother me.
I mean, as long as they're not gonna bite you.
Yeah, I grew up with spiders.
Could you do spiders?
Less.
If it was like just covered in
care
tarantulas? What about covered?
Yeah, I
though?
care less. I don't care.
What if if they're like centipedes though? Centipedes is a bit much.
Oh, dude,
that's too much.
They bite.
I know.
They bite and they hurt.
Yeah, I wouldn't do. That's too many legs.
Yeah, centipedes.
That's like, just too many legs.
Yeah, I had a teacher who had a centipede and it bit him in class and he like squeezed it to death and I would never in a million years.
How big was it?
It was like big. It was like one of those like Vietnamese ones and it like went and he's flexed his hand super hard because it hurts. He said it feels worse. It feels like probably 10 bee stings. And he was like, ah! And he killed it.
Why is he like a superhero?
Dude, he said he felt terrible for killing it.
Why?
He said
those are
because
awful.
he loved it. It was like one of his favorite things.
What?
It's
was it his pet?
Kielbasa centipede, man. He's like, ah! And he killed it. And
wait, why did he love it?
He's a biology teacher, man. He loved insects, spiders, centipedes. Like it was his thing. Kielbasa for scale. But
that could be a shirt too.
Yeah, kielbasa for scale.
That's an innuendo though.
But no,
we're gonna have a lot of innuendos on the shirt.
Yeah, it's us. We're gonna have a million of them. But he got bit by that centipede, man, and like his hand kind of swelled up. And like I've been bit by a lot of things. Like I grew up around my grandpa. My grandpa's like the biggest hillbilly ever. I've been bit by a lot of things. So there's no way that I'm going to get bit by something that makes your hand like swell up. No, I'm done with that. But that one episode though, where the girl took the camels, it's not a camel spider, it's called like a cave crawler or something like that. And it looks like a spider with hands. And she bit it and it like turned around and bit her face. I was like, ah! Like, I was like, oh! I wouldn't eat that.
Wait, so she had to eat a live spider?
Yeah, you had to eat that. And like what I told all my friends that too when we were watching, I was like,
eat its face though. You have to eat it.
No, they
first.
didn't say that it had to be alive in my mouth. I would punch I would
rule?
punch it into a putty and just eat it.
Wait, what's that like? Coyote Jones or something? That guy just goes around and gets stung?
I don't deal with that stuff, man.
Yeah,
like
I've seen that channel though.
A friend of mine, she lived in Italy, and she was describing to me. She's like, "Oh no, in Italy it's not spiders, it's scorpions. That's like the spiders of Italy." And I was like, "What do you mean scorpions?" And she's like, "Yeah, scorpions come and like you got to have your sheets tucked in at all times, or else a scorpion will climb right up there and hang out with you in bed." And I was like, "No, we don't go to Italy then."
They have scorpions in Italy? I didn't know.
Yeah,
this.
she lived there like for a while. They're little, like they're not super. It's gonna feel like a bee sting, is what she said. But they're like this
but they're
big.
Not like poisonous or something.
No, and she said that like they don't really mess with you. They're trying to find warmth is the thing. They're not trying to. Yeah, that guy from Mortal Kombat, get over here. Yeah, that guy. But no, she was talking to me about it, and I was like, that sounds scary.
I was in Italy, and I didn't get scorpion not even once.
Well, I live in a place where it gets cold and the insects go back to hell. Like, I don't have to.
That's what insects do. They don't like hibernate. They just crawl back into hell and just wait it out.
They go back to hell where they came from. The worst thing that I have experienced where I live, I saw a brown recluse once. That's it. That's like the only venomous thing we have.
We have like black widows. Like I pulled back my garbage can outside, and there was like a black widow outside it.
I'd have shot it with a shotgun.
Yeah, me and my dad just got like poisoned. We're just like, no, if this doesn't work, we're burning down the house.
Yeah, like that's yeah, like we have garden spiders that get kind of big, but they're not poisonous and they won't bite you at all. They're like very passive spiders. Where I live, like like brown recluses are the worst thing, which they're not a good thing to have in your area.
Those are really poisonous, right?
Yeah,
like
their
poisonous.
bites are nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, Bernichiwa. When they consider a huntsman spider, which is the size of a dinner plate, like dude, this thing's like span is that. Like its legs can touch all around there. Fuck
like that. Yeah.
No way, dude. Like, and they're like, those are the good ones. They keep the pest out. Like, no, buddy, I'm shooting that thing with a gun. I don't care if it's on my TV and shooting it. Like,
yeah. I got distracted. I'm looking at this. I looked up scorpion or Italian scorpions, and those aren't little scorpions.
No,
it's like crawling
not.
into your bed. It's just like that big.
God, no, dude, I would freak out.
Hugging your leg. You're like, what's that? You lift up the cover, and it's just like, I'm just here.
It just
for the
looks
warmth.
at you with its like little pincer thing.
It's just like, I'm just getting that warmth.
Yeah, no way, dude.
I know. I was thinking that too, Hannah. That plate was just convenient. You were just like, it's exactly like this one plate that I have here for spider sizing.
I'm explaining this to you guys right now. I hate doing dishes, so I wash the same dish over and over again, so I don't have a lot of dishes.
That's efficiency. You're saving the
you
environment
live in
one
America.
reused plate at a time.
Yeah, you live in America, where stuff like that doesn't exist. Yeah. Except if you go down south, Bernichiwa, I went to Alabama, dude. That's a whole other entity. Like, I went to southern Alabama. I'm stupid. I only thought the alligators were in Florida and Louisiana, nowhere else.
What?
I thought that they were in southern Florida, in southern Louisiana, nowhere else. I went to southern Alabama, walked up to a swamp, saw a 3-foot little alligator go and run in the water. I lost it. I ran back to the car. We don't have stuff like that where I live.
Yeah. They had like a huge spider. I was in like South Carolina, and like in the tree, they just had like a big like bright green and like yellow spider, like that big, just chilling in a web. And I was like, nope.
And they have these like cockroaches. They call them something different, but it's a giant cockroach to me, and it's like that big, and they fly.
What?
Yeah, dude,
they're not allowed to do this.
The South is unreal with that. Like with the red clay comes the minions of hell.
Oh, the horseflies are crazy. Once I was in the pool and like a horsefly like landed on my head and was like biting my head, and like I was under the water like and it wouldn't get off. And my dad, I was like, Dad, oh God, it's eating my head. And he just like went up and was like, bah. That was terrifying though. It was like a giant, like that big horsefly, like that.
Yeah, I think it's because you're a mile hybrid, Chihuahua, but appreciate that, because down south, they're bad. And where I live, they're not so bad. But I have friends who live like deep south, like Georgia, Alabama, and they're like, you just get used to them after a while. No, you don't. They're always like, oh, it must suck to get 30 degrees where you live. It must suck fighting to survive against cockroaches the size of your hand. You live in Fallout. Like I do
rad
not
roaches crawling around.
do those things, man. Like, but the one thing that's cool about Alabama and the South is that you can catch like reptiles all year round. I went to Alabama with them, and I was catching snakes and frogs and all sorts of cool stuff. And you can't even really, you're not supposed to catch snakes because there's water moccasins over there, and if it bites you, you get really sick. But I digress. Bugs, that kind of has something to do with Halloween. Yeah. Like Fear Factor.
We went into like a whole bug tangent there, but I was enjoying it.
Yeah, I enjoy it too. I have a lot of fun. So bugs, no thank you. On most of them, the ones that everybody thinks are creepy, I think are really interesting. Praying mantises, love them.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, I love praying mantises.
Have you seen those videos of like praying mantises? There's like a certain like parasite that lives in them and like takes control. I don't think so, but I don't know. It like takes control of their body, and then like it makes them go to water, and then it like bursts out their butthole, and they're like long, like black, like cordy eel looking things. There's like videos online. It's scary.
That makes me terrified.
Yeah.
To even think that something like that exists.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah. Okay. On the scary movie side of things, it could be an axe murder. It could be a killer doll, which when I was a kid, those scared me. It could be a demon or anything like that. I'm just like this. I'm just like, it doesn't really bother me.
Yeah.
But then if it's a parasite one or like a zombie virus one, I'm like, this could happen.
Mm-hmm.
This could totally happen to us.
There's also like this fungus thing that like gets on like ants or something and like takes over their body and makes them zombie ants, and they like move around and spread it and take over like a whole hive of ants.
Dude, that's when you come in with
terrifying.
the flamethrower and you just torch them. You just don't even deal with them.
I know.
Torch them.
Yeah, that's like the thing level stuff.
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
a that's
You're just
a
like
great,
no fire.
That's one of my favorite scary movies.
I love The Thing. Yeah.
Well, and it's also because it's got an ending that would be you really you figure you kind of make your own decision on what it is. I personally think that spoilers. I think that it is one of the things, and Kurt Russell's about to kill it because you don't see
they don't trust each other.
Well, no, you don't see his the breath come out of his mouth.
Mm.
Like it doesn't. You don't see the I don't know. You don't see the air coming out of his mouth. He's not breathing. Those bottles are the same bottles they made the Molotov cocktails out of, and he doesn't take a drink. He hands it to him first, watches him take a drink, and then he starts laughing. He's like, "Oh yeah, you're one of them. I'm the last one that's not," and fry him. That guy also went MIA for like the last 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, it was too long.
He's one of them.
Going longer than like 10 seconds MIA is too much.
In that movie, I would have just shot everybody. I'd just be like, "Meh."
Yeah, you would shoot me. You would 100%.
Yeah.
If I was gone,
I'd be like, Mike is too smart for this. He would be gone already if he wasn't a thing, and I would shoot you.
Why? And then you would feel awful. I would tell you if I was the thing. I'd be like, Toby, you know what? I might be the thing. And you'd be like, oh, all right.
Yeah, I'd be like, are you a thing? Be honest with me. Because if you are, I want to be one. And then as soon as you were like,
No,
I'm
you
the
don't.
thing, I would shoot you. I would just start shooting you like repeatedly.
You think you would talk him into it? You'd just be like, you know what? I'm interested in this.
I
I'll
think
try
convert
it out.
Convert me. Like,
Yeah,
please.
I'll try it out. I'll go half thing.
Here's my own. I'd be like, please, turn me into a thing and make me 6'1". I was like, if you can turn my height to
Is that
6
how it
foot,
works?
and they can transform into anything they want. Just make me
that's true.
6'1". Like that's all I care about. And then as soon as it was like, I would be like, boom, gotcha. Like Comical said, reverse psychology works every time.
All right.
So yeah, I love The Thing. I'm still saying my favorite one is The Evil Dead because the first Evil Dead was an actual scary movie though.
Pretty to The Thing free trial, 60 free hours. You try it out.
Yeah, so you try it out. If you don't like it, you're screwed. Oh
Yeah.
well. But no, I will Evil Dead because the first Evil Dead was pretty serious. And I found out I was actually watching a Bruce Campbell interview. I'm a huge Bruce Campbell fan. He said it took 2 years to finish that movie because they ran out of money like 4 times. The Conjuring freaked me out too. I
love The Conjuring. That's one of my favorites.
It's and Krackakhan and I both talked about that too.
About the story being important.
Well, yeah, the story of a horror film is just as important as the scare effect of it. If it's just scary, it still sucks. It's just a scary, sucky movie.
Yeah. So many people just go for like jump scares and stuff, but it's, even if it like is less scary, just like a solid story is more interesting. The Conjuring had both. That was pretty good. I saw Crimson Peak. I think that had a really cool story. It wasn't really that scary, but it was cool. That had like Loki in it. What's that guy's name?
Oh, I don't know. I call him Loki.
I call him Loki.
That's his name.
What, Hiddleston? Tom?
Yeah, Hiddleston.
Tom Hiddleston.
Anthony. No, not Anthony. Is it Anthony?
Is it Tom Hiddleston?
Tom Hiddleston. You're right. You're correct.
It had him in it. That one was pretty good.
Yeah. It is the way that a lot of horror films need to go, in my opinion. It has a story to it, actually. It's action.
Did you see it?
No. Oh. I've watched most of it.
Yeah. It wasn't
but
scary.
Not at the...
But it was very good, very entertaining. It doesn't even classify itself as a scary movie somehow. Well, it says like drama thriller.
Yeah,
but it was very well done.
I love 80s horror films, and I think in the 80s is when this started to happen. They started just being like like nonsense storyline. They're just people are just here to see half naked people get like their heads cut off, right? Well, I think that was a bad like like if you consistently do that for 20 years, nobody's gonna go and see your movies anymore. And I think that most of them have started to transition over because they know that like the crappy movie reviews and the crappy movie ticket sales are caused by a lack of story, and it broke a bunch of records, considered a horror movie, or considered, a suspense thriller kind of thing.
Yeah.
Great story, great actors all throughout, and it was more of a big budget movie, and people loved it. People who don't like horror movies loved it. Mm-hmm. And that's what we need to see more of. There's a million good stories out there. Stephen King's wrote like a million books, and I would say a good 70% of them, in my opinion, would be good on the big screen if you got the actors for them. But I think that the transition of good stories, or good actors and good stories being made into thrillers and horror movies, is going to start happening with the success of It. That's just my 2 cents.
I agree.
What would you have to say about that?
About you're just in general?
Yeah,
I think the story is very important. Like I feel like I haven't really been scared by a movie in like a long time, but I do enjoy them for like just for the story, and a lot of them, like you said, like Crimson Peak. The Shining's a classic one that's very good, very like psychological thriller type thing, where it's not really, I don't know, there's not a lot super like scary stuff, but it's just kind of like the dread and like the whole atmosphere of it and stuff. So I definitely think there's too many, like I said earlier before we even started the stream, we weren't even like planning for this, but I just saw an ad for like another Annabelle movie, and I was just like, how long are they going to keep milking this? This feels like it's like the 5th Annabelle movie. Just let that die. Just come up with something original.
Well, and the second Annabelle movie, which was like The Conjuring, like the story of Annabelle, it sucked. I didn't like it at all.
The first one, the first Annabelle one?
Jeff Toast, thank you for the host, man. Appreciate you very much. It was called like Annabelle, and it wasn't good. Like, it just wasn't.
Yeah.
It was really lackluster. The Conjuring was amazing.
Mm-hmm. Did you see Annabelle The Conjuring 2? Conjuring 2 was pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It wasn't as good as the original. The original was perfection somehow, but the second one was okay. It was Britishy.
Yeah,
Old man also, British ghost.
Yeah, well, comical. Also, every Stephen King book has hints of, they're all in the same universe. They even have the same gods in it. They all link each other. Yeah, in it, the book, Pennywise is a being that's been alive since the creation of our dimension, and it lives in darkness. Like it's there's a lot of there's a lot of depth to it. Also, in the Dark Tower series, the main character of it sees in a paper about a town being terrorized by a clown and kids going missing, and he debates on going to the town and killing it. But then he's like, "Oh, I got stuff I got to do. Maybe later."
And he's like, those kids got it covered.
And then Pet Sematary is like the same
that was
thing.
A good one. I like that.
Pet Sematary is good. I heard they're remaking it. That's probably gonna be scary.
Oh, that scene that messed me up when like he reaches out with the razor blade and cuts the Achilles tendon on that dude. I was like, oh no, that messed me up.
The thing that got me in that one was definitely the movie scene that like is posterized like scary to me. Okay, grew up Catholic, like, Exorcist. When you ask your parents like, "Hey, can this happen?" It is if you're bad enough. And I'm like,
that's what your mom said.
Yeah, I was
so
scared. And like, dude, when she runs down the stairs, I was oh, like, I turned it off, I think. See you, Jeff. Thanks for coming and hanging out for a little bit, man. We appreciate it. Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Yeah.
Exorcist scared me so much, man.
Whenever I think of The Exorcist now, I think of Scary Movie. Which was it? Scary Movie 2, maybe? But that opening scene, it makes fun of The Exorcist, and it has like James Wood and James Woods or whatever, and he shows up and like he's the priest, and he's like, okay, first before I see the girl, I must bless this house. And he just goes in the room and he starts like doing like prayer stuff, and then he's like, please Lord, help me to release this demon. And then he's just taking a shit on the toilet.
Yeah, he's taking a huge dump.
That's
like
my
all he's
favorite
doing.
thing.
Yeah, the Scary Movie series as a kid, I thought they were like silly and dumb,
Yeah,
and like I was
they
like, I will
100%
like
are.
these when I get older. Oh, dude, I love them
They're
so
so
much. I
good,
love them
though.
so much more now that I'm older.
Yeah, they're really
Dude,
good.
if they remake Cujo, I'm gonna root for Cujo. I can't go against dogs, man. I love dogs too much. I can't. I'm always like, Cujo, kill them. They deserve this. They tried to get rid of you. Like I always root for the dog, dude. I'm sorry. And in scary movies, the one thing that will make me mad before any like, if the kid gets like killed or anything like that, like oh well, if like a elderly person gets killed, oh well. No, if the dog gets hurt, I'm done. Whatever that person did, I'm done with them. I don't like them. I want nothing to do with them anymore. And so yeah, I'll probably end up rooting for Cujo if they remake Cujo. I really will. But no, I think Stephen King is terrific. I know a lot of people hate his stuff, but I love Stephen King. I think Stephen King is terrific. I think the original It was very scary.
Yeah, wasn't that was
The
Tim
new one-
Curry as the goat or not?
Yeah,
the clown. Yeah, Tim Curry was selling
He
it.
had like Smoker's voice too.
Yeah, we
He's
all
scary.
float down here.
With it, yeah, like
Does he even say that ever in the new one? He might say it once.
I think he does. I think he says it at the beginning. But no, also, if you were a kid in chat, please, like, be a part of this. Would you ever even give the time of day to a clown that's living in the sewer?
Yeah, it's
if
like
I
a
were-
little paper boat. I mean, come on, you're not gonna risk your life over a paper boat. Why would you reach your hand in there? It's craziness.
Yeah, like I would be if
Oh,
he
yeah.
gave me I would be like, give me my boat or I'm calling the cops.
I know.
Like that's like the first thing I'd say. Like you're a man enticing children to come hang out with you in a sewer. Like
Yeah.
the case makes itself. I'd be like, give me my boat before I make you eat your teeth.
He
I'm
does-
gonna kick you.
He does
Like-
like the trademark sexual predator thing too. He's like, I got candy down here.
He's
I
like, we got everything
you like.
you want. Just come down here and hang out with me for
Yeah.
a bit. You're just like, no, man. Like,
Why
fuck
would
off.
you?
I'm not gonna do this. And
Ugh.
yeah, there's no way. And I was like the most gullible little kid. Like, no way. I'd be like, what? Why? Like, I would even be thinking, like, why is there a clown in a gutter? It's raining. He's probably gonna drown. Like,
It's too moist down there.
now if it was a turtle that was talking, I probably would go down. I'd be like, there's a talking turtle. I'm pretty sure this is how a lot of these stories.
It's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, I'd be like,
that was
it's-
popular back then. You'd have to
I'd be
go
like,
in there, right?
I want to be one of these guys, so I'm going down. I'd like, you'd see me
Yeah.
like crawling down in there,
Because
and
you
then
probably have like pizza down there. They always had
they
pizza.
they always put weird stuff on their pizza though.
Oh yeah.
They always put like mayonnaise and sardines, like that. It's like they put like
They're
weird
turtles.
stuff.
They don't know what's good.
Yeah, but I feel like I would be imposing if I'm eating dinner with them, and I'm just like, I can't eat that.
You're just
like,
picking
that
it
is-
off like I don't eat this.
Yeah, you can't put.
Wait, what did you
pick-
say? Did you say sardine was weird?
No, I like sardines, but like
With the mayo?
mayonnaise with sardines.
Did they put
yeah.
mayo? I'm
Yeah.
gonna look this up.
Or like marshmallow fluff and like peppers and stuff. Like they always did weird ones like that. And I was like, hey, but I ain't eating this. Like, first of all, this is gonna give me like the worst diarrhea of my life. Like, it's literally going to kill me.
Let's see. The 12 weirdest pizzas ordered by the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Jelly bean and sausage.
Ugh.
You're out already? You don't think
Yeah.
you could power through that?
I will say at a sleepover,
Peanut butter and clams. Ugh.
it's gross.
At a sleepover, you do it. Chocolate sprinkles and clam sauce. They love their clam. Chocolate chip. Okay.
It's gross.
Granola and licorice.
That's doable. I could take.
Butterscotch, onions, and anchovies. Now that is a combination that should not be together.
No, your breath's just gonna smell like butt.
Yeah.
Like it's just like
Pepperoni and
like,
hot fudge. If it's
I
a
would
light
try.
drizzle, a light drizzle.
Well, I'll say that
Pepperoni and
we had-
pickles, I could do that.
I could do that too.
That's not even weird. Let's see what else. Chocolate fudge, sardine, chili pepper, and whipped cream. Whipped cream does not belong on a pizza.
When I was in, you know what Crazy Eyes gets in Mr. Deeds, like the pepperoni and Oreo or whatever, Oreo and French fries on it. We had a sleepover for orchestra. Like one of the parents organized it, and all the boys from orchestra like had a sleepover like right before school was over, and they had Oreos and French fries and pizza, and I put that on top of pizza and took a bite of it. It was actually pretty good. Like
Which
it wasn't
Oreos?
Oreos, French fries, and pizza.
Huh? How does the Oreos work into that? Well,
You can't really taste them.
oh, it just adds. That's what like the
it's like a
pineapple
crunch
does.
factor.
The pineapple just adds like a general sweetness.
Yeah, you can't. It's not really. Yeah, you can just taste it.
Yeah.
But
I would
like
do a pickle
pickles.
pizza. I'm gonna do
I
a
like
pickle
pickles.
pepperoni pizza.
If Larksa ever jumps in here, guys, ask her about the pizza burger because it literally looked like the like grossest thing ever.
Deep
But-
fried butter. Jesus.
Oh my god.
That's just death. How does deep fried Kool-Aid work? Do they just is it
Oh, they
is
make
the
it like a
batter
cake.
Kool-Aid? Or
Yeah,
is
they
it
make
just
like a cake.
okay.
They make
So,
like a cake and throw it in.
it's just-
I'm from the Midwest. We fry a lot of stuff.
I mean,
here.
I've seen it. I've never gotten it.
They deep fry cheesecake here too.
Deep fried Oreos are good. I had that
They-
recently.
They are pretty good.
They get very soggy.
Yeah, and then it's because it's soaking up all that grease.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt
They
like,
Well, you guys don't know anything about this, but they deep fry sugar cream pie here, which is
wow. I don't even know what
diet-
sugar cream pie is.
Sugar cream pie is diabetes.
I mean,
okay?
I think I can guess what the ingredients are.
like sugar cream pie. That's your ingredients. Like
Pie's not a base ingredient.
no, here's what you do. You make like a custard out of sugar and cream. You
Sounds
put
disgusting, honestly.
it's delicious.
Okay.
You put it in a pie crust, and then you pour like melted butter on top of
Oh
it.
my.
And then you put it in the oven, and then you pull that thing out. It's like a custard pie. Oh, it's so good. It's a Midwest thing.
Yeah, it's like
It tastes a lot like frosting.
yeah,
yes,
it's
but
like you
not
start
quite
with
as-
frosting, you put a stick of butter under there, you put some whipped cream on top,
Oh,
and then you
it's-
sprinkle on some sugar and then
it-
deep fry it.
You actually put cinnamon on top of it,
That sounds
or
good. I like the
powdered
cinnamon.
sugar.
That's too
but-
much.
You put more than like a stick of butter. It's like that much melted butter, and you're just like,
Oh
it's
my
super
God.
good. You have it every Thanksgiving in the Midwest, and it's delicious.
I'm not even sure what a Mars bar is honestly.
A Mars bar is
I said
just
Mars
practically-
bars.
It's like a candy bar. It's just like regular
I'm gonna
candy
take
bar.
a gander at this. Oh,
But
is that
Comical
nougat?
is Canadian, and so he's different. But
Thank you,
yes,
Comical.
if I ever head to your guys' neck of the woods, I will have a frozen one in a cooler for you guys, and I will prepare it.
Okay.
They're delicious, and it's like only where I live is it a thing. If you go like 50 miles that way, they don't have it. If you go like 50 miles that way, they don't have it.
A deep fried what, Hannah? Oh, Mars bars.
Mars bar. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Guys, you get free candy on Halloween. Like
I know, yeah. Why would you not want the free
what
candy?
the heck? Like, just go get it. Like, it's like a weird communal like dinner. It's like, well, if everybody just gives a little bit, then you have like a feast.
Exactly.
And I don't know. I was very like, I wouldn't say unhygienic, but like as a kid, I always thought it was cool to have like dump out all my candy bag and just have like a huge pile of it. Like
You
in my
have
room.
to. And then you have to like pick out, you're like, this is the crap candy. Let's just get this out of here. This is
Yeah.
the good pile. Don't you touch I'll trade you this, but don't you touch this good pile.
Yeah, and then mine was always like I liked Reese cups and sour candy, like a ton of sour candy.
Yeah,
for
I was
me.
just gonna say what Hannah said. We should talk about like what our favorite
Oh,
candies are,
God.
I guess.
Sour Patch Kids.
Sour Patch is solid. I like Butterfingers.
Dude, you're
like
the only other
Reese's.
friend I have that likes them.
Why? Butterfingers so
Oh.
like when McDonald's had that Butterfinger McFlurry?
Oh, dude,
That was
sweet
my
Jesus.
jam.
I gained like 10 pounds. That and Shamrock Shakes, man. I gained 10 pounds straight.
That was
Like on
so
those 10
good.
pounds.
I like anything with peanut butter in it pretty much. Snickers. Snickers is my jam.
Yeah, Snickers. I like Snickers. Sour Patch Kids. Comical,
Really?
you
Never
are
had-
missing out, my friend.
Butterfingers are good.
You need to
What are
go
they supposed to
and-
taste like? Like they're not peanut butter. Not really.
No, it's
Is
like
it-
a toffee. Like it's
Yeah.
weird. It's a weird like
Not-
toffee / peanut butter.
It's
Like
kind of like a flaky toffee.
yeah, it's weird.
it's
its own
weird. You have
thing.
to experience it's good.
Okay, I love this woman. She is one of my ex's aunts. She used to make these things from no BS, Cheez-Its and peanut butter. Like she'd make this like
That sounds
weird
good.
batter, Cheez-Its and peanut butter, and she would cover it in chocolate. It tastes just like a Butterfinger. Like you could not like it
That's what
it was
is.
a Butterfinger.
Yeah. That sounds good though. I mean, they already have like those cheese crackers with peanut butter in the middle. It's a
Oh,
thing.
they're delicious. It was
Yeah.
really good. And yeah, I would say Butterfinger, Sour Patch Kids, Airheads, those little
Oh
fruit
yeah, Airheads are
taffies.
good. Why is the mystery flavor of Airheads? It's always grape. It's
Yeah,
100% grape ratio. Why is it mystery?
it's like it's a mystery. And you like take a bite and it's still grape. 10
Yeah,
years later,
it's
it's
grape. No
great.
one wants to buy the grape. Stop selling it to me as mystery.
You don't like peanut butter? How? How do you date him then?
I don't
That's all
know.
he eats.
That's all I eat.
He's like 90% peanut butter.
I eat peanut butter and queso.
Yeah, that's like peanut butter and queso, and occasionally a bean burrito.
I eat a bean burrito every single day.
Really? I didn't know
Yes.
that. But I will send it to you. Like I'm not like I've never sent anything in the mail ever, but I would send you a Butterfinger. I
You've never
still have
sent
to send
anything in the mail ever? You
no,
mean
I
like a
don't
package?
like a package
Like
never.
a package.
No.
Yeah. Mail sucks. You gotta use stamps and stuff. It's a
Yeah,
mess.
it's super expensive.
It's a mess. Who
Uh,
invented this?
I really enjoy peanut butter. I
Wait, what?
bought
You like
a
peanut butter when it's in spicy things, Hannah? Is that even a real thing?
I think it's like is she meaning Thai food, maybe? Because I know
Oh,
Thai
because peanuts
food
are in there?
peanut like
There should
sauce.
be spicy peanut butter.
What is Big Turk?
Yeah,
That
what?
sounds amazing.
I don't know what that is. It sounds intimidating to me.
It
It's
sounds
big.
intimidating but delicious.
Big Turk. Well, that is interesting looking.
Is
What
it?
is that on the inside? Nestle Canada makes that. A dark magenta Turkish Delight. Oh, Turkish Delight is like that fruit stuff, right?
Yeah, it's what that kid sold out his
His whole
friends
crew.
for.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Ice Queen or something in
that
Narnia
sounds
was like, I'll give you the Turkish Delight. And
why?
she was
Yeah,
like, and he
she's
was
like
like, yes,
he was like, I will
please.
sell my whole family out for you. That
But,
looks delicious, but it looks totally like a Canada thing.
but yeah, I've never seen anything. What is on the outside? Is that just hard chocolate? Why
I
is it
think
all
it's
ridged? Why is it ribbed?
this is
For
so weird.
Toby's pleasure.
Like me and Comical live like 4 hours away from each other, and it's just two different worlds. There's like two complete different worlds. We just like he has. Okay,
Oh,
we're
that's
just
cool. I
now
want
starting to get.
that. I'd feel like I was in Narnia eating it.
Yeah, well, we also have a Tim Hortons, up north of me, like in the place that I'm gonna move to. They have a Tim Hortons. That's like strictly Canada.
I have no idea
That's
what
a
that
can.
is.
It's a Canadian donut shop. Now I'm not being mean, Comical. Tim Hortons is good.
What is that donut? I don't even know what I'm looking at.
Yeah, like Tim Hortons is good. It is darn good, especially
It's
for
like
a
an
chain.
apple fritter.
Well, yeah, for a chain restaurant, their donuts are tops. But we have a place where I live that they do home, like they're a home business. Like they started in my city. They have like 8 locations in my town, and they serve on weekends. They go over the top, though. Like and for Halloween especially, they have these. They call them like pumpkin cakes, and it tastes like a pumpkin bread in donut form. It's amazing. But they also every weekend they sell maple bacon bars where it's like a piece of bacon on top of a donut with like maple syrup like icing on. It's amazing. It's one of the best places I've ever ate at. And like they do donuts like crazy. But Tim Hortons is a close second to them when it comes to that. But Tim Hortons is amazing, and it's a chain restaurant, or it's like a chain donut place.
Mhm.
I've had it before. It's pretty good. But yeah, I don't know, man. Canada's just completely different from us. Completely different. Their soda's different. Their healthcare is different.
I was gonna say their healthcare is
Their
different too.
healthcare is huge, but
Yeah.
completely different than us. I didn't realize it. What's the name? The name of what? Where I eat at? Concannon's. And it is the best donut shop I've ever ate at ever. It's like their leader is different. Trudeau.
Yeah.
Kincannon's Donut Shop.
It's
It's
fine.
delicious. But
Kincannons.
it's like con cannons. It's like the same.
Con.
Con, yeah. But delicious donut shop, and they have like 80 different locations now. They started it in my home city, but yeah, and then like I don't know, dude. Maybe I don't know of any. We were talking about traditions for Halloween. I don't know if they would do anything different in Canada that we would do here. I know for us, it's just go door to door and get candy.
Yeah.
And then when you're a teenager, you're like playing spin the bottle at Halloween
Do other
parties.
people
and stuff
do
like,
even Halloween? Is that like an American thing? Like I don't even know.
No, Halloween started in Ireland.
Oh, good.
Halloween's an Irish holiday, and it became popular all over the world eventually. I don't know if it's popular in some places, but I know in like Europe, a lot of places celebrate it. I know, of course, in America it is. When you went to New York,
Halloween.
yeah. So I would imagine it's a little similar. I know in Canada though, there's like big differences from us. That's why I was wondering, because I know for a fact that like food restaurants don't even serve the same things. Like I know McDonald's is completely different there than it is here. Dude, the donuts look Krackakhan. I know, they're so amazing. But okay, well, what were we gonna talk? Halloween.
I don't know. We're way off Halloween.
I
don't know what's going
way
on.
off Halloween now. I'm trying to bring it back to
just
Halloween.
go to movies. Back to movies. Have you seen the Babadook?
Yeah,
the Babadook
scary, but
is
I
amazing.
would whoop the Babadook's ass.
No, well, it was really his mom though.
If
If
my
we're
mom
just
was
spoiling
threatening to eat me, I would kick her down the stairs. I'm sorry. I love you,
Let's
Mama
just
T.
say
but
spoilers on all these movies.
spoiler. Yeah.
Just
Like,
spoilers on these movies.
if
We
my
gotta
mom's
talk
like,
about
I'm
them.
going to. If she's like shaking, saying she's gonna kill me, you're going down the stairs, Mom, and you're gonna stay in the basement for a little bit.
Yeah, that
like-
movie was cool though. That had a twist.
It was good. It was
Those
interesting.
books were well made. Like those ashy crayony books that she made were creepy. They were cool. They had,
Yeah,
how'd she make those? They had like pop up parts and stuff.
Yeah.
That was
So
intense.
I might be remembering wrong. So you find out in the end it's the mom?
Yeah.
All along?
It was like all in her head. Or she's like split personality or something. And then she like, I think she was like, I don't know. Was it she was like blaming herself and the kid or something? Like the dad died and she's blaming, I don't know. She's going crazy.
Oh, God.
There was like a lot of stuff.
That went
And then
over
she
my
like
head.
learns to deal with it kind of or something in the end.
Yeah, and then she-
so the Babadook
yeah,
like
it
goes away
symbolizes-
but like is still
Symbolizes
there.
Yeah, it's her symbolizing feeding it the
The worms or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of symbolism. It was kind of deep. That was a good one though. I like that.
It was a good one. It's very
And he
one of
goes
very,
Baba Duke. That was cool.
Yeah, I don't know. It was pretty good.
I thought it was good.
Netflix is doing a really good job at getting horror films to like go straight to them and not go to theaters and so. Yeah, I don't think the Babadook came to theaters in our area.
I don't
did
know. I don't remember it ever coming to theaters. No, I just heard about it, people talking about it, and I was like, I'm gonna watch this
Well, and I know that in
because that was like a low budget. That's not like a huge movie.
well, I know Stranger
I
Things.
think.
It was straight to Netflix, and it was not even heralded as like nobody, like at least people I know, nobody I knew was very excited about it. Like nobody really knew about it till it came out, and they watched a couple episodes and like, this is really good actually.
Yeah, it was definitely
And
a
it's
surprise to
super
everybody,
good.
especially
And,
me because I came in way late.
Well, and I like it because
Hannah introduced me to it.
I can relate to those kids. Like that was me growing up. I was like really into science, really into video games, like kind of into like stuff that like was not popular with other kids.
You
Like
do
I really
have
like
D&D?
Ghostbusters. D&D. I love D&D. Played D&D a lot as a kid. It's pretty big on Ghostbusters. Who doesn't like Ghostbusters?
Everyone does.
I know that in the new one, that's who they're dressed up as, and I'm jealous because my buddies don't want to dress up as Ghostbusters and go as a group.
I realized like today that Firefox has a Ghostbusters like thing in it. Like I was looking through some stuff for the browser and like the namespace for like their browser tab thing at the top. It was like it had a weird namespace. It was like gatekeeper whatever it is, keymaster there's only Zool. Like I don't know why they named it like that Ghostbusters reference, but that's like there's only Zool is the name of their
comical.
in their code. It's weird.
I I hate to be a negative Nancy about this. The new Ghostbusters was shit.
Oh yeah, I fell asleep on it partway through.
Well,
and then woke up and feel like I was better off for having missed it.
The problem with the new Ghostbusters is it is nothing like a Ghostbusters film. They don't use the same comedy. They don't use the same intelligent acting in it. If you ask me, it's intelligent comedy. Like some of the word they're witty with some of the things they say, and some of the like humor of it. That one was really lowbrow. It definitely had an agenda to it. It wasn't good. They did it wrong.
Yeah, I didn't really like it.
It was not good. You're not missing much. I wouldn't watch it if I were you. Watch just the original 2, man.
Yeah, just watch them again.
Just watch 2. Like watch 1 and 2 consistently, like 80 times.
Play the video game.
The video game got really bad reviews, but it's actually
really good. Didn't you like it?
I loved it. I thought
do
it was
you cross the streams?
You're not supposed to.
But do you?
No.
Okay.
Maybe.
You've never been at the urinal and with someone you're just like cross the streams?
No, I'm just never. We gotta cross the streams, bud.
Cross the streams. It's the only way.
Pretty sure it's
you can't see me, but I'm gesturing. I'm going cross the streams.
No, Ghostbusters. Okay, then I will say Ghostbusters and Evil Dead are my favorite.
The theme song, didn't they? They like made their own, and it was not.
I didn't know that. I might have blocked
that. Did you just almost throw up at even the thought of it? Change the theme song.
Ghostbusters is the best. Ghostbusters had a TV show in the '90s called Ghostbusters Extreme, and it was terrific.
Wasn't Slimer
They had
in
their
it a
own
lot?
comic series.
Slimer
that's
was
really
in it.
good. What?
Slimer was in that, I think.
Yeah, he ate everything.
Yeah, it's his job. And they're like Slimer.
Yeah, and then the comic book series is terrific. If you guys really need your Ghostbusters fix, I would go and check that out. Go to your local comic shop and buy them. They're really good.
That's interesting.
Yeah, there's tons of Ghostbusters stuff. You don't have to watch the new one. New one's shit. And someone said they're going to make a second one. I will be boycotting it. I will go to the movie theater and protest.
What was the reviews on that? I can't imagine it was very good.
It could not have been good ones.
When did it come out? 2016? I'm feeling 2016. I'm going to take 2016.
It was Bantha Voodoo.
It got a 74% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's
disgusting.
But anyway, back to Halloween movies. Did you ever see The Visit? That was by M. Night Shyamalan, and I thought that was surprisingly good. It was funny and weird. It was mostly weird, kind of funny, and then there was like a twist in it. He did his twist at the end.
It was a step in the right direction, in my opinion.
I thought it was good because it was unique, and it kind of did that like Cloverfield type like footage where it's like all like camera type stuff, or like not Blair Witch levels exactly, but you know everyone's just carrying around like their personal camera, or they're setting it up, and that's interesting. It's different.
Yeah, and I like that concept. Paranormal Activity did it, and the thing with Paranormal Activity was
that movie was boring. I don't know why people thought that was scary. Like nothing happened for like 2 hours, and then in the end it was just like a dude got thrown out of the closet, and everyone was like, "Oh, the whole movie was terrifying. I can't handle it."
Yeah,
it's like
to
nothing happened.
That part where he went flying out, that part scared me. I'll be honest. I was like,
really?
"Oh God!" And then that was it. And then like she like walks up to the thing and is like, "Oh, I'm scary looking." And you're just like, this was a waste of money.
Yeah.
This was a big waste of money.
Wasn't scary.
And then they went on to make like 8 more.
Yeah. And they stopped like at a certain point they stopped even like doing that same like style where it's like the found footage type thing. They just were just like, no, this is just a scary movie now. Like not even a good one.
It's just regular scary.
Was it like Dark Portal or something?
Yeah, and it's like then it starts talking about how they're like, dude, the Paranormal Activity VR game.
There's 5. Holy crap!
I would fuck everything in that house up. I turned my lights. I tried to do my best to do the VR portion of it. I turned it off, watched it on both monitors at the same time, so it was like completely like encompassing everything about me. Dude, I was losing it at that. I couldn't do VR in that way. I was like, I want to punch this little girl. Like I was like freaking out, dude.
Did you have a VR thing?
No, it was like, but my monitors, if I turn off all my lights and it's dark, it'll be completely dark in here except my monitors, right? and I sat like this, and I like watched, like the room was like filled my 2 monitors. I'm looking around, and like it was scary. She's like, you gotta help us, and I was like, all right, I'll help you. Like, let's do this. And then she like, you look at her again, and she's just a demon. And you're like, oh god, like, it was terrifying. Yeah, it's basically very similar. And
I did like a VR thing. Someone brought so like the LAN party I went to recently. Someone brought their like Steam VR thing. And that's actually really fun. I mean, they didn't have any, or what was messing up some people, I didn't do it. I played some of the other games, but there's one that's just like, it's part of like a bundle of games or something, but it's like plank simulator, and like you are just like walking out on a plank above like just like a really tall, like 13-story building or something like that. And then you just like fall off, and they're saying it like mess with your brain, like when you're in the VR and like you see yourself moving and stuff, but you're not actually moving. It like hurts your brain.
Like, what's going on?
Your brain's like, what is happening? I feel like I'm moving, but I'm not moving.
Well, what happens to me, and this happens in my sleep, like I don't know if anyone else.
Yeah, I was looking for a skyscraper, Hannah. I don't know why I couldn't have that word at that exact moment. But skyscraper.
Does this ever happen to anyone else? Because this happens to me like frequently. Like I'll be going to sleep, and then I'll have a dream where like I like step off of a like not a ledge. It could be like a small curb, and I'll be like I'll like wake up like I felt like I was falling off a cliff or something, and I'll be like,
yeah, I have that when like I'm not ready to go to sleep. Like I'm not trying to go to sleep, but like I almost go to sleep. Like I'm laying in bed, but I'm like watching a YouTube video, but I'm tired, and I'll just be like,
yeah,
but yeah, I do that sometimes.
I scare Necro because like Necro comes over here and like stays over sometimes, and like he'll say that I'll like violently like jerk up like in the middle of my like sleep, and he'll be like, "You all right?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, I was just falling."
Yeah, I was just falling. Don't worry about me.
I was watching an Achievement Hunter video, and okay, how would you guys react to this? I'm not trying to take their content, but this is an old one, and Bernie's talking about like his son's like a teenager now, so this is when his son was like a little kid. Well, he's like tucking his son into bed, right? And his son's like, "Dad, I don't want to go into the sky tonight." I'd have been like,
"What?"
I was like, "What? What?" He's like, "Yeah, when I go to sleep, I float up into the sky." And
it's
I was
like
like,
astral projection or something.
I'd have been like, well, you're gonna be facing that one alone. There's a time in everybody's life where you gotta do shit on your own, and this is your because I'm not helping you.
That's your words of wisdom. It's like, nah, you're going up.
Well, no. If you guys ever get on Reddit,
we didn't say The Sixth Sense. That's a solid one.
That is a good one.
That's good.
Dude, that gave me bad nightmares.
The M. Night Shyamalan.
Well, I thought
it was creepy when he was stuck in that like tiny little like dumbwaitery little box thing with that like. I don't know.
The girl that's throwing up.
Oh yeah, that one was creepy too. Yeah, she like came in his tent.
Yeah.
She was like, "What's going on?" It's well,
and it took me years to realize that like those people that were going and visiting him weren't evil. I thought they were evil, every one of them.
They were good, except for that one. That one he gets trapped in the box that like beats him up.
Yeah.
That one was scary.
Well, I was like really little when that came out. I was like 6 or 7 years old, and I went to my friend Crazy Dave's house and watched it. And I remember like, dude, it scared me. It like really bothered me, and it wasn't like it bothered me to the core. Like I remember like coming home like not being super like skittish or anything. I told my mom, I was like, "Mom, I saw a movie that like it really bothered me. Like I can I sleep in your room? Like I can't sleep."
And she said, "Well, this is one of these times that you have to deal with it on yourself."
No, she let me. But the thing is though, I think the reason why is because that little tent that he had, I would sleep in a tent too, and like it just bothered me, man.
Wicker Man. That's Wicker Man. I
liked
Wicker Man. It was weird, and there's like a montage of him punching women in the face on an island for like 10 minutes.
He's a lot in that movie.
Where is she? There's too many bees.
No, that movie was weird, but I liked it.
I liked it. I think it got bad reviews, but I enjoyed that one.
There's only been a handful of movies that have really bothered me, and I'm gonna say
it was Leprechaun 2, Back to the Hood.
No, I love the Leprechaun movies. They were
I know
terrific.
Leprechauns good.
Uh, it It'd probably be The Sixth Sense, and
Oh,
then it
Candy
would
Cane.
go back to Sixth Sense, and then Exorcist.
Hmm.
I
Yeah, there
saw
hasn't been a lot of real
Babies.
good ones.
Rosemary's Baby was like,
I don't know what that is. Is that?
oh my God, dude! It's like this lady's gonna have a kid, but the man who got her pregnant, like he like set it up because he wanted to like
No,
make the
that's a
baby the
99%.
Antichrist.
Holy crap! What's that one? What's that one where it's like that family is on that farmhouse or something, and then that guy comes to like work the farm with him, but he's like a guy that lived there before and murdered his whole family. I think it has Kristen Stewart, like a young
Yeah,
Kristen
I
Stewart
know
in it.
which one you're talking about. Yeah, but you
What
think
is
he's
that
like
one?
a good
I
dude.
like that one. That's a
It
good
was
one.
good. It was
Yeah,
good.
that one's good. And like the little boy like doesn't talk for some reason, but he can like see the ghosts and stuff first.
Mhm. Oh, dude, Event Horizon.
What was that one? That one is
Oh,
a
would
good
be
one.
for Nichiwa. Event Horizon was terrifying. Have you ever seen Event Horizon, Krackakhan?
No, what is that?
Oh, dude,
It sounds
it's
spacey.
oh, it is. It's like
That sounds familiar. Maybe I've I
they
just
like
looked it up and the link for it is purple. So I have looked this up before, but I forgot about it.
yeah, it's like it's kind of like a weird
I
sci-fi
should
thing.
watch this.
Oh,
It kind of reminds me of like Dead Spacey. That's what it looks like.
I guarantee you Dead Space took some things from it because it's
Yeah.
very like it felt like to me that it was
Oh, The
kind of
Hills Have Eyes. That messed me up.
that was a good one. I thought that Event Horizon was kind of like trying to describe like what hell is like. I
Hmm.
really do, but in like a scientific form.
Hmm.
Like it
Science
was
Hell.
terrifying.
Hellraiser. That's an old
Well,
one. Yeah.
yeah, Hellraiser. That's
Pinhead.
we always talk about me and my friends like, oh, which one of the one big horror movie guys would you not want to mess with? Mine's always Pinhead, dude. I wouldn't.
He does some messed up stuff. He's like shooting chains out of stuff out of the walls,
Yeah, and
like
it's like as
cutting into
long as you
people.
don't summon him or hang out with people who summon him, he really doesn't care about you. He's the easiest one to get along with. He doesn't kill for no reason. Just leave him alone. Just don't do what everybody else is like. Well, I'm gonna solve this puzzle, even though I know what it does, and it summons like a bunch of BDSM demons. Like just don't do it. Like just
Mhm.
don't. He is definitely. See, my thing with Krueger is that you don't. If you're afraid of him, is the only time. If you're afraid of him, is that's the only time he can beat you up and kill you. I would say, listen, Robert Englund, the guy who plays him, isn't a very big guy. I was like, he's got Butterfinger hands. Like I'm gonna beat this dude up. Like I'm gonna whoop him.
But
He's
he's
gonna
in your
catch these hands.
dreams. He can do anything in your
I
dreams.
can do anything in my dreams, and I'm not afraid of him.
You can't control your dreams even now.
I lucid dream all the time. I fly in my dreams actually.
I just remember a good one that I like. What is that one? I forget what it's called. But it's like she goes to like Louisiana or something to work for like these old people and
Skeleton
like
key.
yes, the skeleton
Skeleton
key.
key.
That one's so good because that's like where like you start believing in voodoo whatever and then it like has
They're like,
power over you kind of.
yeah, when
That
you're
one's
like,
good.
dude, that one would be hard for me because I would like see something moving, I'd be like, God damn it, it works, it works, it works. Please
I
stop,
know.
please stop, please stop.
Oh, it's the
And then
voodoo.
I like look up, and there's all of a sudden demons like, oh God, please, please, please don't be real. Like, why am I believing in this? Like that would
Yeah,
instantly be
like the
like,
more
oh,
you don't
God.
want to believe in it, the more you are believing in it.
I think
It's
this is
like one of
totally
those
true.
type things.
Donnie Darko.
Yeah, you wanted to bring that up.
That is
I haven't seen it. I need to.
one of my favorite movies of all time. It is like a cult classic, and I'm a sucker for the cult classic movies. Like, just about any cult classic movie you'll name, I'm a super fan of. But Donnie Darko, I saw it when I was 15, around Halloween time with my buddy Eddie. I watched it, and it had such like a deep meaning to me. Like I watched it, was like, okay. Like we had it like on a DVD. I played through it again. I have ADD really bad. It's the only time I've been able to sit through a movie, and I didn't stop. Like I watched it all the way through, restarted again, and watched it all the way through again. It's like 3 a.m. and I looked at my friend and was like, "We have a lot to talk about with this movie." And then they made that S Darko one, which is like it was like a straight to TV like one. It was like a straight to V or DVD one, which was not very good. But Donnie Darko was
And that's
amazing.
Jake Gyllenhaal too. That's cool.
Jake Gyllenhaal, Patrick Swayze. It had it had a sister, Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Oh yeah, his sister is in it.
It had a knockout cast of people in it. It really did. And then like it was like horror, dimensional, like it went into science. I love science. It was like it was an one of my favorite movies of all time. And then Frank was terrifying in it. It tugged at your heartstrings, especially because like at the end, I'm not gonna tell you, but at the end it really tugs at your heartstring and you're just like, oh man, that hurts. Like you're just like,
I need to see that.
Oh dude, it's like it's super good and you're just like you don't want the ending to happen, but you know it has to happen. Why are you wearing why are you wearing that human suit? Comical. That's from the movie. But no, it is, like I said, it is unbelievable. And then at the end, you're like, okay, so was he actually looking in the future, or was it like the schizophrenia, or like what was going on? Like you don't know, like how does he this accurately close to this? Like it's a lot of interpretation. I love movies that have interpretation at the end. You decide what happened throughout the movie. But terrific movie, like just awesome, amazing. Like I said, I've watched it probably 10 times. One of my favorites. Like a lot of my favorite movies though are considered in the horror genre. I don't know if you consider Donnie Darko in the horror genre though.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've actually seen that movie. I've seen Brain Scan. That was weird. Wasn't it he like plays that video game and then like what even happens in that? I don't even remember. But I've watched that.
Ooh, great TV show that they usually do a like I don't know. Sci-fi. It's been forever since I've had an actual like cable connection. So I don't know if they do this anymore, but a TV show that you guys would really like is Tales from the Dark Side. If you're a fan of horror, Tales from the Dark Side is like an 80s Twilight Zone. And it's very, very good.
Oh, you just remind me of Tales from the Crypt. I remember that.
Tales from the Crypt was another good one.
Tales from the Crypt is good.
The new Chucky is weird. They gave him the ability to manifest himself into other good guy dolls. So he can like be multiple things now.
What I've been trying to remember, what's the name of that like it's like that top-down shooter thing where you're playing the dude that wears those like animal mask type things and he's
Hotline
like
Miami?
Yeah, Hotline Miami. They should make a movie out of that. I would watch it. That'd be cool.
That's a hard game. Puppet Master. I love Puppet Master. That's like a story-driven. At least the first couple ones are really story-driven. I do not know about Archie Andrew and Martin Mystery. I do not know what that is. Oh, yeah, I've never heard of that one. Have you ever heard of it, Krackakhan?
What was it?
Archie Andrew Mysteries and Martin Mystery.
No. Sounds like
Dude,
the Archie
I'll
comics.
search it. I'm putting a mental note on that because I like any kind of like mystery, horror kind of thing like that. I love. I can't get enough of them. So I'll definitely look that one up. I'm kind of trying to think of other things. I'm all really Halloweened out.
Are you? Are you done with movies?
Done with movies.
What about The Ring and The Grudge? Those were big ones back in the day.
Funny story about the Grudge. We watched it. It came out in like 7th grade for us. Grudge came out. We watched it. It was like Halloween-ish time again. I think it was a little bit after. But me and my buddies are walking to Necro's house. My house is on one end of the neighborhood. Necro's is on the other. Mm-hmm. We walk past this thing, and we don't know why it did it, but it was like an inflatable tube, man. It goes like, it comes out of the ground, it's like, woof, and jumps up. And we ran so quickly to Necro's house that like I think I threw up after. It scared us that bad.
Wow.
The movie Mama was okay.
Did you see it? I heard that was bad.
It was interesting. but the twist at the end was not. I
Mm.
mean, it like you could tell that the twist at the end was gonna happen. You definitely could tell. It wasn't hidden at all.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, I know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be this, and it ended up being it.
Hmm.
It's okay. It's not anything I would go to my way to watch.
Yeah. Did you ever watch The Boy?
What's the story like?
It's like this chick gets hired to be like a nanny kind of at this place, but the old couple that's leaving, it's like a huge mansion too. They're leaving and they want her to look after like this little like
Oh,
kind of
I've
realistic
seen
like
it.
doll thing. Have you seen it?
Yeah,
So
but
the
here's the
whole thing,
thing.
you kind of like the doll's moving around the house and it's like talking or doing weird stuff. So you think like the doll's haunted. Should I just do a spoiler? I guess I won't do a spoiler. But that one's
Yeah.
pretty cool. It has a cool twist. Um, that one's cool. I thought that was different. I didn't see that coming really.
Yeah, that one was quite the twist. It wasn't a terrible movie either.
I enjoyed it.
The movie where the lady goes to her sister's house and can't find her.
What? Hmm. Do you have any more details than that?
No, that's
Oh yeah, no,
Benicio
I'm
put
reading it in the chat too. I was
like,
asking
I don't,
him.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I'm not too sure what that is.
Hmm. There was
Was it?
one that I saw called The Forest that I watched just because it came out recently. I think it has Natalie Dormer in it from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's my
Um,
wife.
Yeah. So
Natalie, we're getting married.
so
If
that
you watch
only
this
has like
podcast.
it had like an 8% on Rotten Tomatoes or something. But I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, it wasn't that good, but it had like an interesting thing that I hadn't heard before. It's a real thing. There's like a suicide forest in Japan that like
Yeah,
people just go to, like even still just go and like show up and commit suicide there. So there's like a ton of things like every year there.
yeah.
That was weird.
I watched it on Destination Truth. They actually have signs up at that place that say like, "You have something to live for. Please go back." Like they have phones set up
Yeah.
and stuff because a lot like it's like a I don't know. It's a destination to do it at. Like people
Yeah,
don't go
why is that
camping
so many
there.
people there every year? I'm gonna look that up.
Well, and then on Destination Truth, the guy who like tries to save people from there, he's like, "Oh, like I've seen all sorts of weird. I don't know. Okay, I'm not here to tell you to believe in ghosts or anything like that, but he said I've seen all sorts of really weird stuff in this place." And then like what they find
A
somebody who's
100 people a year commit suicide there.
yeah,
That's creepy.
he finds a person camping out there, and like you can tell that the person's like really depressed, and he's like, "Listen, like you got a lot to live for. Like please don't do it. Like if you want to hang out with somebody, like come hang out with me. I have tons of stuff we can do together." And like he's trying like really trying to coerce this person into like not staying there. And he eventually I think that person like they eventually like he watches the person drive away, but there's a lot of like people who end up not like he finds a lot of people is what he said to the guys on the show. He's like, I find more people than I help, which is terrible.
Huh. That's creepy.
JK Cinema Urban Legends, I have not. I've heard a
Let me
lot of
see.
urban legends before, but
No, what is that?
yeah, I don't. Yeah, what is that?
Do you ever watch that like Ghost Hunter show where it's like that buff
Oh,
dude in
yeah.
like the black shirt and he's always just like, "Are there any ghosts here?
Fight
If you don't
me."
say anything, you're a bitch."
Yeah,
And,
that's
like-
like he's the
and
whole
then
time.
like they slow it down. It's just like, "Oh, what was that?" And it's like audio distortion. Clearly, it's like, "Bzzz," and he's like, "What? That was a word." He said, "I'm a ghost. I'm here." That's just so stupid, but I find it funny, so I watch it sometimes.
Yeah, and then he'd be like, "You're a coward spirit." Oh,
Yeah.
I watch this show all the time, Bernichiwa.
Or he's just like, "Is there any ghosts? Are you mad because somebody killed you?" That's like stupid things like that. Let's see. What did I see? Oh yeah, I like that. I've seen that. That's kind of like the 1,000 or Million Ways to Die, whatever that show is. You know, have you seen Million Ways to Die? Where you have to like, it gives you a bunch of things. Are you watching the video very intently?
Yeah, I'm watching the video now. I'm like, what? What? Did that say something? Like, you guys are gonna have me on Reddit/conspiracy, just like
No. Damn, I'm
typing
gonna have to
stuff
watch
out,
this
like
later.
right, making. I was already really bad at that before, but
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of like Million Ways to Die, where they give you like those three different like videos, and then you have to pick like which ones were real or something.
Well,
Or which one is this one? Is this like just a YouTube channel, or is this like from the TV show? Because there was a TV show. What was it called? It was
yeah,
like
it was a TV show, and it had the guy who played Riker from
Truth
Star
or
Trek.
yeah, that show was
Yeah.
legit. I forgot
I
about
used to
that
watch
show.
that with my mom.
What was that? Truth or Fact or
Fact or
something?
Fiction.
Fact or Fiction? Yes.
Dude,
Oh, that is the show, right? Does
the
this...
one that stands out to me, and I'm gonna look it up like now, but I remember as a kid they were telling the story about the one where the blood bank got robbed. Like it was like a weird nurse that just started on nights for a week, and then there's like this patient that was acting really weird. He said like sunlight was hurting him, and then he and that girl just rob them for like a metric ton of blood, and you're just like, no, that's not real. Vampires aren't real. Didn't that actually happen? Like, they never caught the people who did it, too.
Huh. That's weird.
Oh, yeah. Krackakhan. Yeah. Yeah, it's the show.
The
yeah.
Fact or Fiction thing. Yeah. That was really cool.
And, dude, that always gave me chills. Like, always.
Yeah. I like that. I feel like watching that. Hannah, if you're listening, we're watching some Fact or Fiction with number 2 from The Next Generation. Or he's number 1. Number 2 is a dump. He's number 1.
number 2 is Worf, because Worf is garbage in that show.
That video is funny. Yeah, it's just because like they use him to get beat up because he's supposed to be the toughest. So if he beats up the toughest, then it means that the enemy is really strong, right? I mean, no, it's not that scary. It's like a little spooky sometimes. You're like, whoa, that one really happened? It's not scary. But on Halloween, we're going to have a marathon of strange things. Not Stranger Things, just let's keep it Strange Things.
Yeah, I want to find out where that came from, that fact or faked vampire thing, because that like stood out to me so much when I was a kid. It like bothered me. I was like, what? Like why is there like why can't there can't be vampires? Like there can't be. There were some like weird things that happened in that. Now I'm gonna be up all night, guys. Thanks. Every time I hear a noise, I'm like,
vampires
in my house. No, Necro and I made a good point because we were watching a scary movie. I said, if I played it, I have a baseball bat, big Game of Thrones fan. I'll show you guys it real quick. Oh, about pulled my mic out.
Yeah. What are you getting in there? Oh, I should have one.
My mother made me this for.
Made you?
Yes, my mother. We had the baseball bat.
Oh,
but
okay.
when I was, it said I like the Baratheons, and it says ours is the Fury on it. Right.
That's cool.
Right. So my like family we act very much like the Baratheons, except not like we just got the hot-headedness. We don't really have like the terrible aspects of them, but we have like the hot-headedness and the brashness of them. So we like the Baratheons. I talked to Necker and I said, if I like plated this with silver and I hit like a vampire with it or coated it in garlic, would it not kill it? And he was like, yeah, it would kill it. And I was like, so we're all worried.
But doesn't it need like a stake to the heart to kill a vampire? Like, isn't that the only way? The other thing would just like hurt it, I think.
If you beat its head off, then it's
okay. I don't think that's ever been done before.
I mean,
if vampires exist, Blade exists. That's sound logic.
Wesley Snipes does exist, and you guys know that Wesley Snipes refused to be called Wesley Snipes. Like when he was filming the show, like the movie Blade, he was called Blade.
How do you feel about Spawn? That movie is weird.
I like Spawn a lot, and I really enjoyed it, and I really.
You like that fat clown bad guy?
No,
he was fat.
He's fat.
He's not fat. That's what he was.
He really was. He was just it, like the American version.
The American version.
He's just like American it.
Yeah.
Like he just ate. Like, he
ate the regular it.
Yeah, he found like a wing street and was just like never left. Like that's just all he ever did.
Who could take that bad guy seriously? We'd just be making fun of him like we are right now.
I would be like, where did you roll in from, bud? Like
he was legit round.
Dude, if he fell down the stairs, he would only hit 2 of them. Like there's no way. Like But no, I liked it. I thought it was kind of like cheesy '90s, but I liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I remember
But
playing
now,
the video game on like Super Nintendo
yeah, I
way
remember
back in the
playing.
day.
And Spawn's pretty powerful, but I'm gonna coat that bat with garlic water now.
All right, you're just gonna do it now, just in case.
Well, and here's the thing too. Like, if we're getting on the like molecular or not molecular, the compound level of garlic. If I eat garlic, garlic is the nutrients in the said garlic is in my system for at least 12 or at least 8 hours after I eat it.
Because
So
don't
if I
they
eat,
say like if you eat garlic or something, or is it garlic or onion, one of the two? Like mosquitoes don't like it and are less attracted
yeah,
to you.
I've always heard
So,
onion for that.
yeah, onion. Yeah, that's what I
Onion
thought.
and garlic both actually. I'm pretty sure I've heard.
Yeah, they're both
But
very very stinky.
yeah, but
Very
here's the
powerful.
thing: if I say I'm about to go fight a vampire, if I eat like a clove of garlic, because don't chew it, just swallow it. That's
You
in
just
your
swallow
system.
it? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
like
yeah.
you break
Just
it up
like
and,
it,
like,
yeah. Okay.
swallow it.
Because what
Yeah,
is it?
so
Yeah, okay.
you
Okay.
like swallow it. That's a lot of garlic in your system. If he bites you, like he's getting a mouth of like garlic. Like he's or if you eat like if you go to I don't really go to Fazoli's, but if you go to Fazoli's and get like a bunch of breadsticks or something, like carb up before the fight, like
That's
he's gonna be eating a lot of garlic.
that's Dracula's like the bane of
He's
Dracula is like
carved up.
he's like I'm
He's
gonna get you.
ready
Oh,
to
did you have
fight.
did you have those
He's ready
garlic
to-
sticks?
No,
Can't
and
get you.
I eat garlic on everything. So I feel like at any point in time in my existence, I am like 60% garlic at least.
60% garlic. Wow.
I put on everything. Eggs, garlic. Toast, garlic. Bagels, garlic. Everything.
You do garlic
Has
eggs?
garlic, yeah. Put a little garlic salt in there and like cut
Huh.
up some garlic. If vampires exist, Van Helsing exists. Also,
Yeah.
if vampires exist, so that he's Van Helsing too. I was gonna say the guy who killed Dracula,
That's Van
which is
Helsing.
Van Helsing. But it's
And
old Anthony Hopkins Van Helsing, the German one, not the Hugh Grant weird American one.
Wasn't
It's a
that
fall.
Hugh Grant? You mean Hugh Jackman?
Huge Jackman.
You didn't like the Hugh Jackman one?
No, I love the movie. It was
Oh.
terrific. But I just don't like that he's a fallen angel. I like him to be like an old German dude
Yeah, that's what he should be.
that drinks a lot.
He wasn't an old German
Hugh
dude?
Grant as a killer. He'd just be befuddled the whole time. He'd be like, oh, I'm gonna have to kill you. Oh, also Sleepy
He'd
Hollow.
be pleasantly befuddled.
With Johnny Depp.
Charmingly
It's a-
befuddled.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Which one? Johnny Depp
Johnny-
is what?
Johnny Depp in Sleepy Hollow was amazing.
Oh yeah, I love Sleepy Hollow. That's a good one.
Sleepy Hollow is a good one.
It has Christopher Walken. Why had they get Christopher Walken for like the 2 minutes that the
Here's-
Headless Horseman has a head?
Okay, I feel like this is how you get Christopher Walken and Samuel L. Jackson to do movies. Like they have to have like a sleepy sleepy. They have to have a favorite food, right?
They have to have a sleepy food.
What you do is you're pretty much like, oh, I heard Samuel L. Jackson likes Long John
Secret
Silver's.
Window was good. That was a good movie. I should see that again.
That is good one.
That's good.
Which, I'm gonna be honest, like I thought Johnny Depp's character the whole time was like a little biatch, but he comes through at the end and is not a biatch.
Yeah, he's the opposite. He's the bad guy.
Benicio, I like that one. The Wolfman remake. It's the only remake that is any good, in my opinion.
Oh, Del
People
Toro's
hated it.
good. I want to make
Yeah,
Hannah watch
a lot of people hated it.
Pan's Labyrinth. Hannah could handle Pan's Labyrinth, right?
Pan's Labyrinth is sad.
It's not scary. It's like weird. There's
It's
a general
weird and
weirdness.
She's gonna cry at the end.
Is she?
Yeah, of course she is.
Hannah's a tender little guy.
She is. She's a tender little guy, but she'll cry at the end. And it's not a very nice
Was it
ending.
that sad? Oh, Pan's Labyrinth is good. It is in
It's-
Spanish though, so it's all in subtitles. But it's good. I recommend it. Hannah said she's okay with crying. She can handle that.
Here's the thing. I remember talking to a guy about Pan's Labyrinth, and they were like, it was like
Why did he throw it out the window after it was over? Wow. Did he just hate reading it?
That's
too much. I thought it was good.
It was adequate. It was pretty okay.
You're adequate.
You're adequate.
Thank
But
you. I
I don't know. There's only been a handful of scary movies that I've watched, and I'm just like, this is bad.
Let's see, what does it have on
I
Rotten
haven't
Tomatoes?
watched S Darko.
95% on Rotten Tomatoes. Your friend was the 5%. He was just like, no. And that's a passionate 5%, throwing it out the window.
Necro hates it. Necro can't stand it.
Really?
Necro thinks it's stupid. He said he hates that it's called Pan's Labyrinth because it has very little to do with Pan. Necro hates it. Do not.
But there's like that big goat man thing that talks to her.
Not enough for him.
That's a Pan, isn't it?
It is Pan, but if you talk to Necro hates it. There's 2 movies that he hates that I do not understand why he hates: Inglourious Bastards and Pan's Labyrinth.
I didn't like Inglourious Bastards.
I love that movie.
I didn't like it.
I love it. We all know, though, we already talked about this, Krackakhan, this is off subject, but the best World War II anything is Band of Brothers.
Yeah, Band of Brothers, and then Saving Private Ryan, probably.
Yes.
What would come after that? Oh, yeah, Enemy at the Gates.
That's another good one. And then...
What else? The Pacific wasn't good.
No.
That was a letdown. I was excited for it. I mean, the first episode was pretty good, and then after there, it was just, no. Well, there was one battle. There was, like, 2 good battles in that show that I can remember. There was, like, that night raid big battle, and then there was one where, like, they're charging into, like, an airport or something. That was kind of cool.
Behind Enemy Lines is pretty good.
Which one was that one again? That sounds... Is that the one with, like, Owen Wilson?
No, I don't like that one then.
Which is the one with Owen Wilson? No, that's not that one. Oh, wait, that is that one. Yeah. I like Behind Enemy Lines. You don't like it? That's not World War II. That one's in, like... He's in, like, Serbia or Croatia or something.
Okay, okay, guys. I'm gonna do my best Owen Wilson impression. Wow, that's neat. That's like how he does the whole movie. Wow, that's really interesting.
I don't think he says that in Behind Enemy Lines. He sees like a mass grave and he's like, "Wow, that's really neat."
That's like the only thing he says. He goes, "Wow."
No, it's not.
He's always like flustered. He's like, "Wow, I'm really like getting it now. I'm really understanding the process." It's like
that's just him from the movie The Internship.
He does it in everything. I love him too. But like, if you watch him in like one of my favorite movies is A Night in Paris, and he like when he's talking to Hemingway, he's like, "Wow, I can't believe I'm talking to Ernest Hemingway." Like that's like what he does in every movie.
He was in what is that movie called? What's the one where they all go to like that like big haunted like house thing and they like get tricked into it like it's some kind of sleeping
House
study?
Haunted Hill, and he's like, "Wow, this house is haunted."
Hannah, what's it? I made you watch it. But yeah, he does say that. But what is it called?
That's literally his response.
What is it? Is it? It's just The Haunting, I think the name is.
It's just like Willie Nelson as like an actor. Like Willie Nelson is terrible as an actor. I love Willie Nelson.
Yeah, it's just The Haunting. Has Catherine Zeta-Jones, that Liam Neeson. Got all of them. Got that Owen.
I actually liked Haunted Mansion. Like
The Haunting.
Okay.
I like The Haunting.
Like I love Owen
Eddie Murphy.
I love Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy used to rule the world, and then he decided to step down when like he was doing like Beverly Hills Cop and stuff like that.
Didn't Charlie Murphy die? Why would this happen?
I'm upset now. Thanks for making me sad.
But he did like earlier this year, right? It was like earlier this year. That was sad.
The Prince basketball sketch from Chappelle Show is hilarious.
He's gonna live on through that, right?
Charlie Murphy was amazing. He was also in Black Jesus.
I know. I was watching Black Jesus too. Yeah, I like that. He's like the best character.
Yeah, he was. He's like the.
Beetlejuice is good.
Beetlejuice is good.
Yes.
I always like growing up. I always had a crush on Winona Ryder. Like I like.
Really? Still in Stranger Things?
Yeah.
Even
Winona
her
Ryder
character
is what?
You like her character?
Yeah. In Heather's, like in Heather's,
Bomus is like, gonna come in and just be like, "Will, I'm gonna be your daddy."
Will, I'm your new daddy.
I'm your new daddy.
I'm your new daddy, Will. Like Tales from the Hood, love it, love that one.
What is that?
It is terrific. It's got Snoop Dogg in it.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. Like, it is not a bad horror little series. It's pretty good.
Has a 44%. That's pretty solid.
It doesn't matter what the reviewer said. You gotta like it on your own or not like it on your own.
Well, we'll go to what the audience says. Critics
Audience,
suck. I don't believe critics at all.
critics,
67% audience score.
yeah, it's
That's
average.
probably right.
That's yeah. I liked it. I really enjoyed it.
Really enjoyed it.
I really did. It
That's a
was
strong
cool.
review.
I like the 3-part, like, I don't know, it's like a 3-part series kind of thing. They always do like little side stories that kind of like add up to one. I don't know. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
That's cool.
But yeah, I'm super exhausted.
Okay. Oh wow, we went long on this one.
We went super long.
How long is this?
Like
Almost
2
2
hours.
hours. Yeah, almost 2 hours, just about. Yeah, I went through everything I had. I mean, I had like 2 more that aren't scary, like
I had nothing.
that are just normal movies, like Hocus Pocus. That's a
Love
good
it.
Halloween movie. That's a
Said that they were gonna
classic.
make a second. Bastards never did.
Huh?
Said they were gonna make a second. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah,
They said they were gonna make a second, and the bastards never did.
that was a good one. And Nightmare Before Christmas,
Which is a
super good.
Christmas.
Yeah,
and
that works for 2 holidays. That's both Halloween. You can just start in October, and you can watch that anytime from October to December. That's its whole. That's a lot of relevant movie time for that.
I agree. It's people
It
are
just
like,
covers
oh,
all of them.
it's either Halloween
No,
or
it's both.
Christmas. I was like, no. First of all, you weren't a goth kid, because if you were a goth kid, that was life for you for a while. I wasn't a goth kid.
You just
but
have a hoodie with
I was
Jack
borderline.
Skellington on it.
I was borderline. Like I was like
You were borderline.
close.
You were a vampire kid. I can see it.
No, I was not. I was
You were a
like
vampire
skater
kid.
and I wore like Green Day shirts, which was like goth light. I was like goth
Was
light.
Green Day like the heart in the hand thing? What is that? What
That
band
is,
is
it's
that?
like a grenade.
Oh yeah,
like a
the grenade, but it looks like a
Yeah.
heart, right? It's like a heart grenade thing.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Don't Look Under the Bed was a legitimate scary movie, comical. Like that is a horror movie. If you go and look back at clips from that and you see those people, you're like, God, that was scary.
What else were we talking? We were talking about Are You Afraid of the Dark as
Yeah,
a kid. Those were
that
good.
that Canadian
And Goosebumps. How have we not said Goosebumps yet?
Goosebumps, man, I
Goosebumps
love
is
it. Slappy
amazing.
Scare-
Yeah,
Goosebumps was like the initial phase. Are You Afraid of the Dark was like
that's
when
the
you
level up.
Yeah, when you graduated to like actually being scared. Because like
Yeah,
I
you
remember
get your wings with Goosebumps, and then you're just
you
ready.
would.
You're ready to take off right into that.
I remember the scariest one for me. JonTron did a thing about Are You Afraid of the Dark?
You really?
Yeah, he did a Halloween special about like a year or two ago about it, and they're actually terrific. Well, if you've never seen it, like he can give you a general like idea of it. For anyone in the chat who hasn't seen it, terrific. It's like super amazing.
Well,
Yeah,
Hannah
every
was
kid
serious
watched
business.
Yeah, every kid watched it because it said TV 7+, and if you were
Did it
7
say-
years
it
old,
had
you're
a
like,
rating?
yeah, you're like, well, I'm an adult. I can watch
Wow.
this.
I'm ready for this.
Hey, I'm an
I
adult.
have 7 years under my belt.
Yeah, I pay taxes. Let's do this. Like, but yeah, I'm all like, that's everything I had.
Yeah, that's everything I had too. Batman vs. Dracula. Is that a real
That sounds
thing?
awesome.
Is
Batman
this
would
real
tear
life?
Dracula apart.
I know. He could just like shoot a batarang in his heart.
He could. He would just like have like garlic bombs and like
I
explode.
know. He's
more.
rich. He could do anything.
Yeah, that's yeah.
No, I
I
haven't
think.
seen that. Is that actually a movie or is that like a YouTube?
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Yeah, I have not seen it.
I meant to type in Batman vs. Dracula, but I typed in Batman vs. Green Day.
What?
Because we were just talking about Green
Yeah,
Day.
you might be a little tired too.
Batman vs. Green Day. A battle to
Also-
the death.
Guys, we're gonna
Oh,
go
man.
and after the stream's over, we're gonna go host Hecatomb. I love that guy. He's a great dude. If you guys could stay around and go give him a follow and say hey to him and tell him that Moose and Krackakhan sent you, would really appreciate it.
Yeah. The crack moose sent you.
The Crack Moose.
Or bull crack. Hannah likes bull crack. Crack moose just sounds like a moose all drugged up.
I'm gonna do that real quick. But yeah, I'm all bull crack.
Bull crack.
But yeah, thanks guys for coming and hanging out with us. Really do appreciate it. We did like a super long one, and we
Yeah,
actually
this
had a
was
great
fun.
turnout.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. Thank you everybody for talking. That made it really fun, really awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you for hearing us rant about Halloween for 2 hours.
Yeah, we went on a lot of tangents. This was more fun than the list, though. If we can have
Yeah,
topics where we just go.
it's more natural.
Yeah,
More,
definitely.
I feel like the audience gets a little more interaction because we kind of ask them and see what they would want to do and things like that.
Yeah.
But thank you guys. We will see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna be playing some video games, streaming for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely comical.
Yeah. This was
But
awesome.
see you guys.
See you, everybody. Thanks for watching.